What's up? Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for coming in today. Today it's Sunday. Frosty's Chit Chat. We're going to go wherever we go. There's not too many things on the plate. We're going to be talking about a congressional medal, a gold medal that's been given out to various athletes. We're going to talk about the bronze medal that comes of it. I'm going to show you a really good image of one of the dies. We'll talk about this very loosely, talk about some of the legislation that has to happen, and then just talk about whatever else. So, again, it's Sunday. We talk about kind of whatever goes on. Siren, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning, me. Yes, Logic is in the house. Good to see you, Dust Logic. Hope you're doing well. Coin Junkie is here. Thank you so much, Coin Junkie, for coming and hanging out. Hey, Hugh, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, stopping in, saying hi. Appreciate you being here. Of course, you've got my compadre, my friends, my buddies, Paula and Eric. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
What's up, Avian? How you doing, Jeff? Good morning, Jackalope. Hope you all are doing well. Thank you for being here this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday.
So, Paula, my wife told me that it was impossible for me to make a car out of um, like spaghetti, macaroni,
Uh-oh.
penne, and
hmm
she was utterly amazed when I drove pasta.
Pasta, you said that joke yesterday.
Oh, did I? Okay. Did I tell
You
you the one?
did.
Did I tell you one about the eyelashes too?
The one what?
The one about the eyelashes.
Oh, the drag race.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I told you both of them. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Somebody get him a memory pill.
Yeah, I haven't done much with my dad jokes lately, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah. They're still funny. There's probably people in chat that haven't heard them. Go ahead and tell them.
Yeah, I know it's terrible. Me sent me a whole bunch of dad jokes, so there's a few of them I haven't seen before, and I always repeat them so I can remember them. But I'll go through. I'll find a couple new ones. Take lion's mane.
Lion's mane, is that supposed to increase your memory?
I don't know.
I don't know
Makes you
either.
long for the prairie.
Nice.
Yes, it does.
What's up, Silver Spur? Good morning. Yeah, I know me. I know. I got it. So what are you guys up to?
Well, I
How are
won't
you?
be in this discussion much this morning because I don't know anything about these and I don't care about golf.
Well, it's not. So it's not
I'll
just
just be
golf.
listening.
We're going to be
What?
talking about the U.S. mint and bronze medals.
Oh, yay.
I like that
I
one,
own
Jackalope.
some.
What do you
I
call a
own
bulletproof
some.
Irishman?
Now,
Ricochet.
if you want to find
Mm,
RPMs, those are the only things they still hand strike. If they decide to strike them at Denver, they do hand strike the mint marks still in
the
them. At
bronze.
least they did up until the last one they struck at Denver. So,
I've got a really cool photo here. If you're interested, there's a really cool thing. Again, I don't know if you guys realize this. We talk about it all the time. I absolutely love the Smithsonian. I think there are so many cool things that they have, not just from a historical context, but they do a very, very good job on their website. The illustrations, the way that they blend uh, building stories, putting things together, they do an extremely good job. I love looking at the Smithsonian site. But let me pull this up. Oh, I don't even have my chats open yet. I need to do that. But I want to show. I want to show this. So this is the Smithsonian site, and if you go to the Smithsonian site, you can look at the Congressional Medal. Again, this is the Nisi Soldier Medal. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. And again, the two pieces that we're talking about are the U.S. Mint sports medals, Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. But in order to understand where those bronze medals came from, you have to understand the Congressional Gold Medal, because the bronze casting comes from the replica of that actual medal. If you buy the 3 ounce or the 5 inch medal, there's two. There's the 1.5, and then there's the 3 inch. If you get the 3 inch, it's the same size, the exact same look as the gold medal that's been done. And so I wanted to go through and look at this, and I found this while I was going through, and I wanted to share this with you. This is the actual die utilized for one of these. This is the one, again, given by the Mint. But I always like whenever you can see the actual like surface. You can't see it very well here, but whenever you can see the surface, you have all the information. This is what an obverse die would look like. So I always think it's cool to be able to show you guys this kind of stuff and have good, solid, clean imagery of what a die would look like.
What? That's not a die.
Hmm? This is a die used for the gold medals.
That's a die. Might not be a U.S. Mint die, but it is a die.
It's not a U.S. Mint die.
Given by the U.S. Mint, which manufactures these medals. It absolutely is.
The U.S. Mint manufactures American coins. The U.S. Mint.
So it's metal. So it's probably a 5-inch one then. So it's probably a big old giant.
3-inch. But this is
3-inch?
absolutely a U.S. Mint die.
So this may be like a die in a collar. A die used for creating bronze replicas of Congressional gold medals. Bronze replicas of Congressional gold medals.
This may be a collar sitting on it.
That is a die used for creating bronze replicas,
which is what I just told you.
Congressional gold medals.
Yeah.
Right. That is not for a coin. That is not so those are for Congressional gold medals. That are bronze replicas of Congressional gold medals.
That is exactly what I just said.
That's not a coin die though.
Yes, I understand, but it's still a die. This is the collar that goes around it. The die would actually sit down. There'd be a little piece here that came out and over, and this is the collar that would sit on it.
That's a reverse die.
Reverse?
Reverse, yes. The reverse die sits in the collar.
No, we always talk about reverse or reverse.
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 Yeah.
Reverse.
Yeah. But anyway, it's a really good image of it. And I always like to be able to, when you can find one, I like to be able to see.
Yeah, I never seen that before, so.
Yeah, really cool.
Any I have ever seen.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that because again, normally when you see them where they've been canceled out. You just see, or they've been grinded off. We didn't even get to see the whole actual die when we saw the flowing hair. We saw little small images of it, but a lot of the stuff was, we didn't actually get to see the proper counseling with the die. Some people have, but I wasn't able to. Couldn't find any images of it. But it's cool to be able to see kind of what it looks like and what it looks like when it's sitting in that particular thing. So I wanted to share that. But they have a really cool site. And so they walk through, they talk about the various things. But in the case that, again, when we're pulling up all of this, and this is coming from Coin World, this is something that's here. All of these have to go through legislation. So legislation happens a long time ago. One of the shorts that I did talked about Senator Cruz doing one for is it Robert Clemente, I guess. That's the one that I was thinking of. Huh?
Roberto Clemente?
Roberto Clemente, yeah. which there was a lot of issue about him having actual metal. But they've reissued that. They're going to be doing a commemorative on that. But they're all bills and they take a while. So what I thought was cool about this and what I wanted to kind of walk through, and again, I'm not going to go through too much of the site. I wanted just to kind of walk through here is when I looked at these bronze medals, obviously, if you're a fan of golf, you know Jack Nicklaus. Let me pull up the U.S. Mint real fast. I can do that. We were looking at a whole bunch of stuff today. So these are the ones that we're talking about. These are the bronze cast. But this is actually, so when you look at the 3-inch, you got the various price, the 3-inch. This is exactly what the gold medal looks like because this is the replica of it. And again, on the back, it talks about the excellence, this actual act, and then it tells you when they actually received this. So the act of Congress for the Jack Nicklaus medal actually went through in 2014. If we look at the one for Arnold Palmer, we'll see that that one happened in, I think it was 2004.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what. See, look at there's no rim on those.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying now with that die.
Yeah. So these are they're really cool, but it's fun to be able to look at. You don't get to see this kind of stuff very
Yeah,
often.
so that's not a color because those actually were not struck in a color.
Okay, so
There's no. That's probably that you're probably right. That is probably just part of like that may just be like the reverse die, so the anvil die. See, there's no design rim. To form, you know, the color die forms. Am I making any sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought I was making sense, but again,
Everybody's making sense.
So, but here's
I've got dies in my head that we use to strike our coins. That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
I understand.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so these are out there. Now, again, I want to be very clear about this. I'm not promoting you go get this. But I didn't realize, and I don't know if a lot of you guys do either. Some of you might, some of you may not. But what I didn't understand about a lot of these is that these bronze medals, I'm like, oh, they just are trying to commemorate an event. I didn't actually understand why a lot of these medals were done. And this is so that we can have a facsimile of what was presented to that person. But there's a lot that goes into even having one of these generated. We talked about the various laws and acts. Anytime the mint has to do something, there has to be, unless it's governed by, well, even the mint, like we talk about Ventress Gibson and her position and why she did the metal instead of the silver coin with the flowing hair. There are certain restrictions that she has upon what she can do in her role. And so a lot of these are set up in that particular act that allows the gold medal to be created, but it also allows the replica to be done at a later date of congressional choosing. And so if you really like the legislation, Coin World, like I said, did a really good article. I think this was done by Mike. No, this is Paul Gelks. But Mike did another one where he broke down some of the stuff. But again, you'll see the laws, you'll see the medals, you'll see the various items that are here. And what I thought was cool about the two is that these are congressional medals. Like this is an extremely high achievement. So you don't, not everybody just gets a congressional gold medal. And what I thought was cool is about there's only a few athletes that have actually received this, and I just thought it was really cool to be able to share with you guys kind of a little bit of a history of where some of these bronze medals that the U.S. Mint puts out. Um, Again, you're looking at Larry Doby and Jackie Robinson, Steve Gleason, Steve Gleason, Jesse Owens. So really cool stuff. Senator Cruz had his hands in this one too. But you can go back and look at the legislation, look who voted for each one of these, look and see who wrote the bills up. So if you like to geek out on stuff like that, then this is a fun little rabbit hole for people to look at. But as a golfer, I admire these two guys. Never got to meet Jack Nicklaus. Did get to meet Arnold Palmer. Only three golfers I ever really got to introduce myself to. And that was when I worked for Pepsi Cola. Was Lee Trevino, who I won't talk about. Arnold Palmer, and then Payne Stewart. I got to meet Payne Stewart just a few days before he died in his plane crash. So cool stuff. Cool stuff.
I have the 9/11 bronze medals.
Yeah, and again, the thing that I want to talk, the thing I just kind of wanted to go over, and I didn't want to take too much time on it, was just that there's a lot of really neat items out there, and a lot of times we don't necessarily understand why the mint chose that. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, these are really pretty.
Yeah. But now that I understand kind of the background behind, Silversberg gets his middle name from Lee Trevino. Yeah, Lee Trevino was a very popular force back when I was a kiddo. I was fascinated by him, and then I met him. I take that back. I got to meet Chichi Rodriguez too. Chichi Rodriguez was a good guy, but I wasn't a big fan of Lee Trevino.
It's like, yeah, I liked you until you opened your mouth.
He was really ignorant. Like
Really?
when he got into the public eye, like when the cameras were on him, happy-go-lucky, nice guy. But as soon as the cameras were off him, he was an ass, like a complete and utter ass.
That's too bad.
I was not, and I mean, I was when I met him. My grandfather
hear
took
that.
me to a event. We were in. God, where were we? Can't remember. We might have been in Utah. I can't remember if we were there, if we were in Missouri visiting somebody, but we went. He took us to an event, and they were doing exhibitions. So you go to this driving range, and then they had the pros there, and they were doing trick shots and talking about stuff. And Craig Statler, who I didn't get to meet, pour all the golf balls down, and then he'd act like somebody else, and then you'd have different comedic golfers and stuff. And so we got to interact. A great way for kids to get engaged into the hobby and into the sport. And I was just like, and I looked at him, I'm like, I don't like him anymore. Like I just, and it was really unfortunate because maybe I caught him on a bad day. So I was like, I don't really like to talk about it. A lot of people who have met him think he's great. A lot of people who've met him don't care for him at all. But it was just unfortunate that we just didn't get the opportunity to see, one of what I thought was going to be an icon for me. Just it fizzled out. Oliver Palmer was always he was genuinely a great guy. But the one I would have really liked to have got to know was Payne Stewart. Payne Stewart was a remarkable.
So you play golf?
Yeah.
You do?
Love the sport. So
I like
thought
to
it was
hit
really
the balls
cool.
on the driving range, but that's about. And I like to go on the golf course and ride in the golf cart and find. I always say if I come home with more balls than I went with, then I'm a winner.
Nice.
I used to even
I
have one of
ain't
those
even touching
scoopers.
that. It's too early in the morning.
I
to
know,
even
don't
go
touch
there.
it. I know, I opened myself up for that one. That's what she said.
Don't say that. Yeah.
Have you seen those scoopers that you can get, like to get balls out of the water and stuff like that? I
Oh
used
yeah.
to have one of those.
When I was a kid, my grandparents lived about 4 miles away from a golf course, and the golf course was way up on a hill. But the pond that they utilized was a part of an irrigation system that was put into place, oh God, for probably 80, 90 years. And it fed from the big and little Cottonwood Canyons, and it fed down into different reservoirs and little areas along the way. But we lived in the flats in the center of the valley, and there were farmers' fields in that area, and some of the streams that went through this little small back areas. They went by um, the train tracks and stuff like that. I used to walk in those, and I would find golf balls because when they would empty the pond, all the golf balls would get sucked down in, and they would float down, and they would end up in this field. So I would walk the field and walk this trail up 2-3 miles, and I would grab golf balls, clean them up, do bounce tests to find out which ones were good, and then I'd take them back to the golf course, and then I'd sell them by the dozen. Made good money for quite a few years, and all I did was walk the canal, maybe once a week. So I was an entrepreneurial little turd when I was younger.
Yeah, you were.
I was. So I made all sorts of. I mowed people's lawns. I put Christmas lights up for people.
That's
I
nice.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, but I didn't mind getting on people's houses. I wasn't afraid of anything. But
That's crazy too.
back then, the houses weren't, 4 stories tall. I
Good
won't
morning,
even.
AZ.
I won't even put. Hey, good morning, AZ. I won't even put lights on my house now because it's steeple pitched. So there ain't no way. But so I was an entrepreneurial little turd when I was younger.
You don't bounce like you used to if you fall off.
I don't have an excuse next year.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was bad.
You might if there's another hurricane.
Hush.
Sorry.
So
No,
yeah, again,
there's my sick humor again.
but I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to go through that medal because again, there were a couple of things that I thought was cool. Number one, you don't necessarily know the backing behind why the bronze medal's there. And two icons in a sport that I enjoy are going to be on there. So there's also something else.
Those are this year?
Those are this year. Yeah, they're out right now.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2025. There's also, if you guys know I love this, the innovation dollars this year have 2 coins that I'm really, really interested in, and that's
really
Florida
cool
and
this year.
Texas. And one is the shuttle program, and then the other one's the astronaut, that Houston.
I saw that shuttle one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. They did a good job on them this year.
I have not been a fan of the innovation dollars.
Me either.
Not me
and
either.
these were like, I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was kind of impressed by them. Let me see if I can find. What's Mike's last name?
Mike Nodelman?
Yeah. Okay. Noodle. I have to remember. Noodle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nodelman.
Where did I find this?
Mike.
2025.
Did you watch them last night? I don't remember seeing you in there.
No,
I missed it.
my daughter's
You
here.
missed it too, Eric?
I
I
missed
was
it. Yeah.
hanging.
That's fun.
I was
I
hanging
watched
with
one of his
Bifrost.
ancient deals, I think, within the week.
Oh, errands, yeah.
Yeah.
So here are
T, the
the
Silver Stacker, does videos all the time inside Harlan J. Burke.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they do the little competition. I like that. That
Oh,
actually.
did you get it, AZ? I didn't know if you got it or not. I thought when I sent it, I thought it was just going to go to Frostbyte, but okay, I'm glad you got it. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
here's the here are the 4 innovation dollars. Michigan, Arkansas, Florida, and Texas.
You're welcome.
I really like. Again, I'm a huge
Mhm.
advocate of the space program.
I actually like all of them.
Yeah,
I know they're all really good, huh?
they. I was like when this again. I was looking at Coin World, which is where I saw these 2 articles, both on Palmer Nicholas and then the innovation dollars. And I was like, I'm getting these 2.
You should like all of them because there's a ship on the one. You're not a big automotive fan, though, are you?
I don't mind the automotive industry. I like this one. I'm actually
You should
doing
get that one for Ken.
I'm doing a story on this one.
Which
Because
one?
the frigate, this is a frigate. This is the first ship that was ever designed by a computer program.
It's a frigate?
This is a frigate. Also
What's
known
a
as a
frigate?
missile magnet.
A type of ship?
Type of ship.
It's
Yeah.
a type of ship.
Oh,
You have
frigate.
destroyers, you have cruisers, you have frigates, you
Yeah.
have carriers,
Oh, I've never heard of
battleships,
frigate
subs.
before.
Yeah. So this is a frigate. They call it the missile magnet. These ships were actually designed, and if you're ever going into the Navy and you get put onto a frigate, understand what your role is.
I don't think frigates are up anymore. I think they're done. They're all in mothballs.
The frigate was meant to have a bigger cross signature than a carrier. So on radar, the frigate would show up bigger than the carrier would. So they were designed to return the greatest cross signature of radar. Very cool until you're on one, and you understand.
Really?
Yeah, because you're like they're smaller than some of the other ships because frigates are pretty small. They're very fast. They're really cool. This is when you see Coast Guard, you'll see very reminiscent. They're larger ships or frigates. So you'll see them utilized in quick rescue missions. But their sole purpose is to move as quickly as they can to intercept and get in front of a torpedo between a potential sub and a carrier or a battleship.
There is none that are commissioned now, but they're building 4 new ones.
Yeah. So
the first one is planned to be commissioned in 2026. Besides that, there's no active service ones now.
Yeah, but again, this is the first one that's 100% purely designed by computer program.
That's cool.
So,
like I say, I like them.
I'm going to be doing a story on this one. But these 2, loving the space program, like I hope they hold. Again, it's really easy to do renderings and stuff and artist work. I really hope they hold this look of relief, and they don't end up being flat. If they do, I'll probably buy 2 of each of these and damage 2 of them. And I'll have them put into what's it called? I'll be purposefully damaging them because I'll want the details to stand out more. What's the pickle?
Pickle?
No, it's the one that they use. Oh, I'm tired. I don't think I slept very well.
I got some good pickles at Costco the other day. Pickle.
So, but yeah, anyways, really cool stuff. So if you're into the space program at all, you got two amazingly nice coins. Living in Texas, I'll probably buy a roll of these, um, and give them to my daughter. But yeah, they're just cool pieces. I want to make sure I share that with you too. Fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Antiquing, yeah, but I can't think. Silver of liver or whatever the hell it's called. Liver of sulfur, something like that.
Liver of sulfur for
That's what it
toning
is.
and
Yeah.
antiquing and
So the antiquing, so I'd like to get a couple of those and damage them.
you gotta be careful with that stuff though. It'll turn your coin black really fast.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be knowingly doing that. But it would go on my little display case where I have other pieces that were hand designed or hand carved. And then I would, because I really want, if as long as the relief actually shows up on the coin, then I'll do it. If the relief isn't there, then there's no sense in doing it. But really
You wanna
cool.
hear
I mean,
something exciting.
Say again.
Says you want to hear something exciting?
Yes,
I have a desk.
you can see
Finally
it.
cleaned it
I'm
off.
so
I can
jealous.
see lots of it. Yeah, it's like more. I can see more of it than is hidden by coins now.
I'm jealous. Someday I'll be able to see the bottom of mine.
I can see portions of mine, but I just finished shipping a bunch of stuff, so I just need to remove all the excess shipping things from my desk, and I'll be back in good business.
I need to just quit putting stuff on here without putting a note or something. It's like, why did I keep these 3 coins out of someplace?
That's an A&A piece. What is that piece, Paula?
Yeah, these pandas are both, that last one I showed too, these are both, so this one with the gold gilding. Sorry, I put it back in its bag.
No worries. That's another thing. Have they made any headway on the design of the
Liberty Bell?
the Liberty Bell coin?
Yeah, they've already done it.
They've already minted the coin?
I'm sure they have started striking them. But yeah, the design is.
I'm really looking forward to seeing those.
Yeah, they're gonna be cool.
Do you know the final decision? Do you know which one they went with?
I believe it's on their website. There's several of them because they're striking several different, silver clad, gold, several different ones.
Yeah, I didn't. I've seen.
The U.S. Bank can't just do one; they have to do 50,000.
Yeah, I've seen the designs, but I didn't see the final decision.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I believe I saw that they had already done it though, so could be wrong. This is a Dan Carr. He did these 2 years.
I like
I have
that.
it both years. Yeah, both years. The 2020. This is busy. Watch your eyes. It's very busy.
They're way too busy.
Way too busy.
Way too busy.
And here is the 2021. Has the national debt and everything in it. I think they're very cool. I like those. I have some Dan Carr stuff. I really like it.
I've only got 2 items by Dan Carr.
I like it a lot.
The last
And
news I find on the Liberty Bell coin.
The ANA Panda stuff is is way cool. And then these are metals that Ken struck. Which are way cool.
And that's just to show people what it would look like.
Yeah. He has the dies for those. So he struck stuff. Sorry, you guys. I mean, you can go talk. I got my album out, so
No, that's cool.
I'm just sticking stuff under the scope because I don't pull my albums out very often and look at my stuff. So when I have it, I just thought it.
Sounds like you need to do that more.
Yeah. So those are cool. Those are fun. Just some of my exonumia stuff.
That is cool. I guess I could have done this so that people can still see us. I'm just pulling up the different Liberty Bells. I haven't seen anything else with decisions. Because I don't know if cactus.
These are cool for you. I've shown that before. Those are fun. Those are off-center insert errors, which are cool. I think they call them like fried eggs or something like that. I don't know. There's some you Canadian people in there or whatever can tell me what they are. What they're called.
I don't see any update. The last update on the Liberty Bell was November 19th from the U.S. Mint. I don't see anything else.
This is one of my favorite sample slabs. It's a dual.
Yeah, I'll take a look and see if anybody's selling samples. They usually sell them, right?
They give them away. The grading companies usually give them away.
I'll walk by there first when I walk in Thursday.
I don't know what happened. My camera fizzled out. It came un.
You can
asked
keep
a question yesterday about the pictures that
I don't know what happened. Oh,
Chuck drew. Which ones he drew without photographs that he drew just from memory?
Yeah.
George Morgan and James Earl Fraser. He did two of them.
So I think it was the James Earl Fraser is the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
That he didn't have. There were no photos of him in the stance that he was in, so he had to create his own composite image based off of other photos. So he created that particular look. Yeah, extremely talented. I don't think people really understand how talented Chuck is when it comes to the art world.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Chuck all around is a talented dude.
And he was the first person. I don't know anything about art or drawing or anything like that. He was the first person that I learned about that grid. Drawing by grid.
I've seen people use the grid if they're doing like cityscapes and stuff like that, because it helps keep their aspect ratio. So like you do a point and then you can do like the rule of thirds to help make sure that your aspect ratio is in line. So I've seen people do it before. I just didn't know that that's what he used to do his artwork. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
What is that? What are we looking at there?
So this is a reverse half of a split planet on buffalo.
Too bad you don't have the other half of that.
I know. And somebody, I've seen, the thing is even if I like found an obverse split planchet, there's no way to mate them, to know if it's your, the mate to yours or not. It would be cool to have the obverse half, but.
Well, I think what would be cool is to have them in the same planchet or the same protective case side by side.
Right.
Have
like on that sample slab, yeah.
Yeah, the front and the verse.
The only way to know for sure that you have a matched pair, a matched set, is if you find them in an original like mint sewn back. That's the only way you could know that yours is. Or if you happen to get lucky and be able to like match die markers, if it's a coin that has like a specific variety or something. I don't know. I don't even know how you would do it. But yeah.
Well, the problem, and I am still stuck set on yours. The problem even with making sure it's the same coin, it's the same coin in the same run. There could be a number of those if it was, maybe 5 or 6 coins.
Yeah.
Because,
if it was big enough.
Well, yeah, depending upon where it was in the metal, right? So you have no way of knowing if that would actually be yours or not. Like you said, if you find one in a bag and it's the only one you find in a bag, that's a pretty good tell. Or if you find one that it's like when you get it, it's just held together by a itty bitty piece, and it happens to fall apart. That's the only way you'd be able to do that. That's a pretty popular one. Who did the die progression? Was it Mike and Matt that did the die progression on that?
I don't who.
Mike and Matt.
I'm not sure
who did the die progression on that particular
Cuds on
one.
Coins has the die progression on it. This is one of the. I have two
of
the
one,
four.
all right.
I have 2 of the 4.
Yeah, there's a really cool die progression.
I had 3 of the 4, but I guess I don't. I guess I'm 2 of the 4.
I think I first saw it on Blue Ridge.
Well, so Sean found.
Oh, did he? In one box?
So Sean and I both got gifted boxes of these when this error was first discovered. We both got gifted boxes from the area where these were being found. I opened mine, didn't find a single one. Sean opened his, and I can't remember. I think he got like 50 or something. It was roll after roll he was opening, and there was multiple examples of that, all different die stages.
That's what I remember him, that he had multiple die stages.
Yeah, he still has the video up. You can still go watch it. Like, he made bank on that box. And he felt so sorry for me that he sent me 2 of them.
He couldn't send you the set? Come on, Sean.
Huh?
I said, come on, Sean. He couldn't even send you the set. Let's go.
I know. Come on, man. I think he sent all of the panel members. This one's cool. I like this one a lot. So let me pull it up. This one's fun.
It looks like a monk.
So it's an Ike.
With hair.
I like Ike. What did it say? Turn the light up a little bit. You can't see. It's in this bag.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these are really cool.
So what did they do with that one?
Well,
is this a Daniel Carr or what?
So it's a full indent but I mean, it was done on purpose. Whoops, there goes my camera again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's kicking my camera off.
No worries. It's all good.
That's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, no worries. It's all good. Uh-oh. How you doing, Jack? How's your wife feeling?
Hi, Jack. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Anyway.
So, for those of you that don't know, please make sure you're keeping Jack's wife in the hospital. They thought she was having some like gastric issues, some sort of infection. Went to the hospital, did a scan, found out she had some cracked vertebrae. I think it was like L11, L12. And then started to do it, actually found cancer. They got it fixed. And then found that there's more. They went back through, really dug in, and found out that they're dealing with stage 4 cancer in metastatic. So keep her in your prayers. One for no more breaks because the cancer has caused the spinal column to be very fragile. So just make sure you keep her in your prayers, and keep Jack in your prayers as well for wisdom and knowledge and grace and peace. Just to it's going to be a very difficult run for a while. So keep them in your prayers if you would.
For sure.
So keep us updated, Jack. Let us know what's going on. Let us know how she's doing, and we'll frequently check in on you. He comes into a lot of streams. We'll see him a lot this week in Ida's, I'm sure. So they can continue to provide updates. I think his daughter sent Ida an email or a letter breaking down the information, talking about exactly what was going on, and
yeah, he sent her an email that had it all. Yeah.
So, but this is how we build community. We keep things like this in our minds and in our hearts, and we let people know this is, one act of kindness. That's all you can do.
I got an AFK real quick, Frosty.
No problem.
What do you say? He's got to go stir the beans?
Yep. Drop the kids off at the pool. How did your video release yesterday go?
That's okay. I mean, the views, they could be better, but whatever. We'll reach some people, and that's all I can ask. I posted it on a few Facebook groups. Ken made me post it in his group, so okay. Yeah, we'll see. I did my best to get the to debunk that. So I'll do it. We'll do the other ones like we talked about. And I'll be honest, it's just frustrating when you put a lot of work into something and not a lot of people watch it. But
very aware of that.
If one person, if I save one person from not wasting their money on that, then I am successful, right?
There are some coins out
I
there.
have to look at it that way. So.
Become a problem, and especially for new collectors.
Oh, thanks, Jackalope.
We can blame TikTok.
Oh, are you talking? Yeah.
Clickbait stuff, but whatever the reason for it.
Oh, she's back in the hospital. I just saw that. Darn it.
To get correct information.
I just put a link to the video on my community page.
Oh, thanks.
So that's there. Tagged you guys in it, so you guys should get notification. And then if you guys would go to my community page and share that out, so that other people can see that as well. And then share that with people who, as you're talking to, they talk about these items. Share that video with them and help that grow, because again, I know the frustration of putting a ton of work into something and 50 people watch it.
It's okay. I mean, the thing
Yeah.
is with stuff like that, the people that buy into that stuff are typically newer collectors or younger collectors who have a 30-second attention span, and all they can sit and watch is a quick clickbait TikTok, right? From Coin Channel dude or whatever is, I don't know, whatever. Coins Rosie, whatever.
Yeah.
And so they don't want to sit and watch a 10-minute video telling them that it's not something. And, whatever. People are making money off of it too, and so they're not going to be happy with it. We lost like 10 subscribers.
On that?
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
It's okay. And we'll
Wow.
probably lose more because I'm not done. Oh,
That
we've
is
been
crazy.
we've been sitting at like 6,900 and whatever. We've been needing like 50 subs for 7,000 for 6 months.
I'm back.
Thanks for the warning.
Yep. Lost weight. Got new coffee too.
Yay.
That's what I need to do. I need to top off my coffee.
That's what I had to do, is go get coffee. I was like,
Yeah,
I had
I'm
dry
gonna go
throat.
top off my coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and I've been looking at some analytics. I was actually watching vidIQ. You guys know who vidIQ is? And they were like, it used to be you had like 8 seconds to get people's attention. Now it's something like 3.1. The attention span is so short now that if you don't get their interest in like 3 seconds, you've already lost them to the next video. And so it's like, well, how do you really get people engaged and teach people when they only want to watch, 20
Well, they're
second
mostly
bursts?
looking for bad news anyways. They're not looking for anything healthy. Most of them don't want to learn. They want to benefit from somebody's agony.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but if anybody's interested in that, there's some great articles on understanding attention and the importance of the psyche and what it means, and it's just one of those things that is what it is. But it's hard to put a ton of work into stuff I've done. All the stuff that I've been working with commemorative halves, and it's like 60 views, 70 views. Whatever is what it is. So as long as that helps somebody, then I'm good. But I am trying to make more like you talked about, Paula, taking more of the snippets from the video and make those shorts to draw people in. So hopefully we can get more people to do that. But
yeah, I think Amanda's gonna do that with that video. Take a snippet and make a short, but it is what it is. So we're a very specific channel. We're strictly educational. I mean, every once in a while we get on and do a coin roll hunt or whatever and chit chat, but we're not like entertainment. A lot of people come on YouTube and that's what they want. They want to hang out. They want to watch someone look for silver or join a duck race. I don't know. But they don't, there's I think it's sad because I think that anybody who's into coin collecting, regardless of how serious you are, you have to give yourself some education. You're going to be a lot more successful. You're going to have a lot more fun in the hobby because you'll actually start finding stuff, like real stuff. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is.
Well, but again, a lot of times
I do know that we're not going to put half the effort into and it's unfortunate in a way, but we're not going to lose our shirts on our channel anymore. Let's put it that way.
And you shouldn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. Uh-uh. That's right.
When are you guys
And
going to
we're,
release all this stuff?
I don't know. Shay's, that's all on, that's in Shay's, you know, wheelhouse, and when he does it, when he gets around to it, he'll get around to it. In the meantime, we're just going to be, kind of um, trickling out, content here and there, and hoping it sticks a little bit. But we're, we for years we busted our butts. There's no other way of putting it. Answering people and helping people, and having that email set up, and when the majority of the people who send us emails don't even want to subscribe to our channel, it's you get to a point where you're like, well, we're gonna
you
help.
should need to be a subscriber. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, we're gonna help the people.
Thanks, Gatita, for the gifted membership to David Carlisle. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much.
So I'm just complaining. I'm complaining, and
well, it gets frustrating when you see all the work that you put in.
And like I say, people don't realize just how much work it takes.
Oh, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Anybody can get on and click go live, and whatever. Anybody can do that. It's tough when you are an educational channel, and you, anyway, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
I sure do.
Yeah, just have fun. Just have fun.
But again, there's different levels of education. You guys provide a very specific, unique event. So again, all three of us up here have different styles of channels. We're all educational, but we have different manners in which we attain that. The one thing that I've constantly said about Livecoin QA, and you guys should understand this, is that they provide a service that we would not be able to afford if we had to pay for it. To look at your coin, to review it,
we used
to provide you feedback. Well, but what I'm saying is definitely there's a level of underappreciation there. But this might be a good move in that direction, and you guys might see more growth, and you might see more engagement with a very specific audience. So hopefully it proves beneficial. Again, my channel,
I've seen our Facebook group growing, so that's a good thing. They can't hit us up in the email anymore, so we redirect them to the Facebook group, and yeah, I mean, whatever.
Well, if you guys are doing that, we'll talk about something, because there's something you guys should be doing.
We're very much into promoting the hobby, and protecting the hobby. That's, those are two of our main objectives. So.
Paula, you're awesome. Frosty is semi-awesome. Thanks, Gatita.
Gatita, you're awesome. I appreciate you.
Yeah. But again, there's people that want to sit through education. And people need to stop looking at you guys as just a resource. They need to start seeing you guys as,
unfortunately,
a package.
That's what people do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that's the unfortunate part. This is why, people are like, well, hey, you've seen good growth. It's like, yeah, but I'm doing a bunch of other stuff, right? Like, so, if I was just doing this and I wasn't doing it dad jokes or posting any updates on things or having those discussions with stacking the community and stuff like that, then I wouldn't see this, because I'm not so narrow focused. And sometimes you'll go through waves where you guys will put something out that'll pique everybody's interest, and you'll see a big boom.
That's true, Silver Sleuth.
So
it's crazy. The stuff that people on our channel watch the most except for like the people that are usually there, is when we go live from a show and we're sitting there talking and having a beer and whatever. Those videos get like 8,000 hits.
Yeah.
So
well, because people
obviously that's what people want to see. The people that are you're trying to get them in 3 seconds. That's what they're looking for.
yeah,
So,
general chit chat. They want to feel like they're a part of something. Be able to come in and chat, or they're the people that are out there cruising to troll, and they're looking for the people that are having fun to try to cause discontent. And there's a lot of those people out there too. But this is one of the things that I've told people in some of the streams that I've done. I do not want you to kick them out. They actually help with engagement. So let the trollers be there. I don't care. It doesn't matter as long as they're not spouting.
nastiness, as long as they're being okay.
I don't want to hear anti-Semitic comments. I don't want to be, pro against. You guys don't. Keep it clean, but you guys say whatever the hell you want to in my streams. I don't care. What Paul and them have to be careful with is they get people in there that will want to argue with them, and then it becomes a division of how they're saying it wrong. Oh, that's not correct. They're just against me, and you can't have that sentiment in a setting like Paul and them have, because they're trying to teach proper terminology. It's very, very specific. And
many times we are having to undo.
Yeah. And so it's a totally different situation for them. So again, the thing is when I'm hoping that this change is beneficial for you guys. So
well,
cool.
it will be beneficial for us, whether it's beneficial for the viewers, that's yet to be seen, but we can't, it's not sustainable the way it was.
No, I agree.
There's certain issues.
You and Amanda were drowning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the channel was drowning. It was, it was costing us money to run the channel.
What's up, Robert Pintoff?
It shouldn't be that way.
Good day, brother. Good to see you in the stream. Thank you so much for being here.
For the StreamYard, we were paying for the StreamYard. We were paying for the website. We were paying for the, the GoDaddy. So yeah.
GoDaddy.
I sent you an email to the one, which email, AZ? Don't send it to the Livecoin Q&A email because you'll just get a generic. Well, we send out a generic.
All right. Yeah. Reply.
We are temporarily not accepting emails, and please join our Facebook and blah 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 blah. So, you can send it to my email, my Connect email. There's my email.
Yeah, and please feel free.
Okay, so you send it to my personal. That's fine, AZ. The one from that we were corresponding on. That's fine. It's okay. Jack Young just messaged me. He wants to do the thing today, so that'll be fun.
Say that one more time.
He wants to do the video.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm really looking forward to that one.
I know. The counterfeit Morgan's.
I am really looking forward to that one. I need to have Jack on here one day.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to have him on the show.
He's not too cuckoo about live streams. That's why I always do the videos with him and set them as premieres.
There's a lot of people who don't like to live stream.
Yeah.
They get behind a camera and they're like, I was going to pull something up and I don't remember what the hell
ATS.
Oh, I remember.
Did you want me to look at that email now, AZ? I don't know. I'm going to. Because I can't ever, I can't let those things sit.
So good. I'm trying.
So what else do we want to talk about today?
I'm trying to pull something up. Give me just a sec.
Phew, bless me.
Bless you. I'm trying to get my chat. My chat says sign in, and I can't sign in because it tells me I'm not a subscriber. I don't understand that. How can I not sign into my own channel? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Listen, YouTube's chat has been stupid lately.
There's some weird stuff going on.
It freezes up on me constantly. Yeah, there's weird stuff. People, and I've heard from other people too that other people are getting subscribers removed. So maybe if YouTube's doing a purge, I don't know. But keep an eye on your sub counts.
About a month ago, about 600 get removed, and then we got a bunch of them right back within a couple months. Because we were close to 7,000, and then we went down to like 6,200, and then we went back up to 7,000 pretty quick.
I think what they're doing. Yeah, I think that. So, I receive 20 subs, and then I'll lose 18, and then I'll get 16 of them back. So I think that they go through and they look at big influxes. But I also know, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. I don't know if you guys have experienced, Paula, or Eric. I've been getting people talking and saying, "Oh, hey, by the way, have you seen this? Have you talked to this lady? She's really smart on this topic. You'll have to go check this out." And then somebody else will be like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I just watched one of her videos." And somebody else will say, "Oh yeah, hey, by the way, I looked at that, and I'm not sure that I absolutely agree, but it's definitely something we're checking out. It's not real at all. It's all spam.
Yeah.
It's all bots."
Oh, in your comments, yeah, it used to be a Bitcoin thing, and WhatsApp used to do that kind of crap all the time.
So there's a new one, and right now it's Binance, which is a cryptocurrency, and they don't necessarily talk about Binance, but now it's conversation. So you'll get like 6, 7, 8, 9 subscribers, and you'll get these people that are engaging in your chat, and they're talking about all whatever, and it looks like people are really engaged, and you'll start talking with them, and you engage them, and the more you engage, the more the bot starts to learn certain things, and then it'll show back up in your other chats and start talking about something that's not even relevant to that chat that was relevant to another video that you were discussing.
Well, I know the issue I've had, like Joe, as a matter of fact, it's Joe McBride always. I bet you I've subbed to his channel 15 times. And every couple months I go to look and I'm unsubscribed. So YouTube is unsubscribing me automatically from that.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
I can't tell you why.
Well, and it's weird because, like, I know that they go through and they'll periodically remove bots and stuff. But when you're talking about Joe McBride, there's a lot of anybody who has a semi-famous name, whether it be in finance, politics, sports, whatever. There's a lot of spoofs that come out of there, so they're frequently removed.
I did get a comment like that on our video that you were talking about Frostbyte, but I removed it right away, so there wasn't any time for people to like chat back and forth with that.
I've had within like 7 seconds a whole freaking conversation appear in a chat.
Really?
And it's like there's no way that conversation could occur in the short time frame. Like I'm going through my comments, I clear my comments, all of a sudden I got 12 new comments. They're on the same video and they're all within the last 7 seconds. It's like it ain't even going to publish on your phone in 7 seconds. There's no way that you can have that many. And you know, the videos one that has some sort of money connotation to it, whether it be
Yeah.
cyber, whether it be whatever. So they're targeting, they're listening for certain things, identifying keywords, and then these bots are out there just hammering it.
There's a Frosty Impulse buy on my screen.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
You blamed me for that one.
And it was 3 ounces of silver that I didn't need to buy, being that I don't buy silver. But I do buy space stuff. I do have a lot of space stuff.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Hugh, that's a huge issue. And we've talked about this before. I think both of my sons have experienced that. I've experienced that with telephone calls and AI voice replication, acting like it's somebody else.
I just don't answer unless I know it's you.
Well, I've got it from people that I knew, because people can mask any telephone number.
Right.
And so it doesn't matter if it's coming from somebody you think you know. I've developed code words with people that I work with, where it's like, if you call me, I'm going to give you a word. I want you to say nothing else but this word. If you don't say this, I'm hanging up. I don't care if it's urgent. I don't care if you have bosses on the line. I'm immediately going to hang up, because I've received a couple, especially in my line of work, where they'll start talking medical, and I'm going, whoa. This is not something that we talk about on the telephone. And I call them back. I'm not using the phone. I dial the number in. Or I call them on the computer. It's like, hey, did you just try to call me? And they're like, no. Like, we've got a problem.
Well, I got something. I just got my internet upgraded, and I get a thing, not more than, couldn't have been 20 seconds. I get an email saying that your delivery from UPS won't be on time.
That's been held up due to invalid zip code.
All this because the address is incorrect.
Yep, invalid zip code. And if you want to do this, make sure you click this link. Now, so there's something about these scams that I want to. This is kind of a good segue into another good conversation. Any site that says copy this URL and open it in another tab, or paste this link into your browser. The only time you should ever do that is if you are on the site, you know it's the site, and you are at an area where you should not be accessing it from your work phone or your work whatever. Then you can copy the URL that's good and then paste that to whether it be your email or whatnot to submit to yourself. You should never copy unless if you're in a chat and stuff like that, you can click on the links. But even when you're like email, even known sources, people can mask your name. People can mask all sorts of stuff. So be very careful. If somebody says, hey, copy this URL and change the AT to an @sign, be leery. If you see,
wait, what?
If you get something that says like, you'll get an email address and it says change AT to an @sign, because they don't want that email number to be listed there, right? Because they get picked up as an email address and then those spams get removed. So they're like, just copy and paste this into your email, but change the AT to the @sign. That is a massive flag. No professional company, no business will ever do that. They'll be utilizing code and stuff to generate those items. They won't be telling you to manually do that yourself. So be very leery and very careful about that.
Billows. It's just me, myself, and I.
Yeah. Well, what's fun is, Robert, it really does. You've got to be very careful. It's a risk reward thing. What's your favorite one? Occam's razor.
Occam's razor.
Yeah. Right. If it's too simple or if it's too easy to, it's too easy, there's a problem with it.
The easiest explanation is usually the correct one.
Yeah. And so it's like, well,
the least amount of assumptions.
Yeah, and so if you have to go, I don't know, that's just weird. Um, Listen to that, right? You get a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, this is your bank. I need you to transfer money to this account because we're having problems with our system. Oh, um, yeah, no,
And why
right?
would I put my money in a bank that has problems with their system?
Yeah, it's like, well, then maybe I should remove my money from your system.
That's exactly what I would do. I'd be like,
Yeah,
wait a minute, is this opposite day?
yeah. I'd be like, no, sorry. You have the accounts, you have the transactions. If you can't do that, then I need to be pulling my money. I will come into a branch and I will remove it. Thank you so much. Uh, but
Yeah, thanks for the heads up, dude.
yeah, and it's just like, no. My son got busted with a scam like that. It's like, hey, we want you to transfer all your money to your Apple Pay account and then deposit it into this one because somebody gained
Um,
access to your system.
Real quick, AZ, you don't, yeah, you don't have to, you don't have to send me that coin. Um, it is what it is. My suggestion to you would be have your son return it. I
If
know
he
that's,
can, well,
I
first
mean,
off,
unless you want to keep it anyway, because he gave it to you and, it's sentimental, whatever, that's fine too. But,
so
yeah,
if I may, AZ, this is just me. Take it and leave it for what it is. First off, see if he can return it. If he can't return it, have him, you guys keep it. And then keep it as a reminder that before you make purchases like this, you need to find trusted sources to help you. Second thing is, as I would,
yes,
again, we have copies
especially
of this.
something like that.
Okay. Take this information and copy it down. Where did he purchase it from? Who was it online?
Mhm.
What's the online purchaser's name? What is the online seller's name? Um, what is the site in which they purchased it at? Was it an auction? We'll look at the auction rules. Is there a return policy? Did they get it from a coin show? Did they get it from a coin shop? So gather the information and send that stuff. You can send it to me or you can send it to Paul and then we'll forward it to Jack Young.
Yeah, I would love to have that
Right.
information.
So again, here's the thing. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, you got one that's bad. Hey, I have a trade dollar that I spent a bunch of money for. Come to find out it's not real.
Happens to
Yeah.
the best of
best.
us.
So
That's
don't
right.
Really
I
does.
number one, what I want you to do is, okay, now we've identified there's something that's going on. But what I want you to do is let's gather some information and let's prevent that person from selling another one to somebody else. So how do we do that? Well, we have somebody who's very good at that by the name of Jack Young. Paula has a really good relationship with him. I'm working with him a little bit because as I go through and find stuff on eBay, I'm sending it to him and saying, "Hey, here's another one for you." Join the club Fun with Fakes on Facebook. Right? Show
Yeah,
that piece. Explain what's
great
going
group.
on. Give him the information. Because here's what you can do. See, this is where a lot of people misunderstand this, and this is the opportunity. There ain't anybody here who's ever learned anything by doing it right. All the time.
Well, you do, but
No,
you
no,
learn a
that's
lot
no,
easier when you do it wrong.
that is a lie. Nobody's learned anything by doing it right. All they've done is they learned that they don't have to redo it. They didn't learn anything from it. They just understood that there is something wrong. You really only genuinely learn by making mistakes or having to do something a different way. Um, so, what I want you to understand here is that if you're looking at this AZ, this is just a great opportunity for you and your boy to sit together as a bonding moment and say, all right, look, this is what happened. No big deal. I know where your heart is. Love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your thoughts. That's really genuinely what matters. But now, what can we learn from this?
Yeah,
So,
pull up PCGS CoinFacts
right,
and
that start breaking it down.
that is a
Yep.
quick app. You can download that on your phone. It's a quick app. It's a great resource. If you can just go on there and look at pictures and compare. You know, a lot of times just doing that will tell you. Like if he had gone on that and seen that it said that there's supposed to be edge lettering on the edge and there wasn't any edge lettering on the edge, that would have been a huge red flag. Or if he would have gone on there, I imagine he probably did not pay the prices that that they should go for. So if he had gone on there and seen what they go for, and then the person's selling it for, if
Yep.
it's $2,000 coin and they're selling it for $50, huge red flag,
Yeah, there's
right?
something wrong there.
Yeah.
So, and
So
again, no,
PCGS Contacts is a great resource,
yeah, and
quick and simple too.
but make sure he understands, and this is really important. And I don't know you if he's sitting around you. If he's not, get him in because I'd like to say something to him. Dark Skoy, I joked with him. He comes in many streams, say hi, introduce him to stuff. But the one thing I really want to be clear on, and this is a great opportunity for you, not only as a coin collector, but as a father. Hey, that's cool, man. Let's buck up. This is where we're at. This is what we get the opportunity to do.
Yeah.
What do we get to learn from this? Right? Where is the opportunity to learn? So here's some resources. Let's go through this. Don't tell him exactly what's going on. You've identified it. You've talked to him about it. Give him the opportunity to tell you why it's no longer real. Have him look at it. Give him the resources and say, I want you to look at this. I want you to tell me a couple of things that you see that are wrong with this. And give him the opportunity to tell you, like, oh my God, that's something. No, don't be upset. This is a great opportunity for you to learn. So give them the resources and let Darkskoy go find this. Let him get the information. Let him go pull the information from the sellers. Don't do it for him. Give him the understanding and the tools. Add to that toolbox of his, and then allow him to grow. Right. This is how, as parents, we have the opportunity to grow our kids. And this is what you should be looking at. This should be looking at, yes, Robert, that's what we're talking about, right? And give him the opportunity to grow from it. It's going to do two things.
What a great thing for him to do for you, though. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Right.
phenomenal.
such a
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a great thing for
So
him to
utilize this as the opportunity to say, "Hey, bud, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for this. We have an opportunity to do something here." Right? We have an opportunity to identify the information. I have the opportunity to walk through some things with you. Here's all the resources. Now, what I would like you to do is to help tell me. I've been given the information myself, so I can tell you, but that's not going to help you. But I want you to go look it and find it. And here's the resources. You come back and you tell me what you think is wrong with it, and be encouraging in it, but again, allow him to find the information because, hey, what's up, Kevin? How you doing, bud? Um, you really have the opportunity to instill something in him moving forward as a numismatist, and that is do your diligence before you buy. Understand what it is that you're buying. Understand the good and the bad. Understand how it is supposed to look, and understand how the fakes look, and put these things into place before you actually go make that purchase. This is a lesson that a lot of people in chat are going to have to face or have faced at some point in their collecting career. And so it's just a really good opportunity.
Well, the thing about the difference between the people here and the general population. So in this hobby, in the grand scheme of things, we are really we're very small fish in this huge pond,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we're a very small population compared to the world population. So most people who use coins, everyday commerce, whatever, they look at a coin and they go, well, why the heck would somebody fake a coin? Like, they don't get it because they're not part of the hobby. So they're like, but it's just a coin. I don't get it, you know? Um, and I think that's part of the problem, period, with the hobby in general, with these new people, is they don't understand the big picture of the hobby because they've handled coins their entire life and they're normal to them. And so when they start looking at them and everything, they don't understand, all of the little nuances and stuff that go along with the hobby.
Right.
So it's a huge learning process, a huge learning process.
So I had a buddy of mine. He has a kid who said the exact same thing, Paula, to me. It's just a coin. Like,
It's
what's the
just a
big
coin,
deal?
right?
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, here, just a second. And I walked into his room. And he's like, what are you doing? I said, well, you just bought him like these $300 sneakers, right? I said, yeah. So I went and I grabbed his sneakers. He's like, oh, careful with those. Those are pricey. And I said, they're not real. Like, what do you mean they're not real? I said, see, this market's not the right one. Let me show you. These are fakes. These aren't worth but $20. And he started to tear up. Like, these were his prized sneakers. And I stopped. I looked at him. I said, okay, I want you to understand something. It's not just a coin, because these are not just sneakers. Just because you don't
Hmm.
understand the inherent value of it doesn't make it any less important to the other person. And the kid kind of looked at me and he was like, I get it. I
Well,
understand,
that it's something.
you
It's
know?
something as someone who teaches and and wants to be an effective teacher, not just a teacher, not just to spew information out there. I have to continuously. I know I rant about stuff all the time, and I make fun of
No.
like, oh, this look at this person posted this junk coin and blah 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 blah. But when I'm interacting with somebody, I can typically tell that they're brand new to the hobby. So I have to remind myself that we all from birth handle coins and don't think twice about it. It's not until we find that it's a hobby and people collect, and usually it's because people think they can make a quick buck, but
Yeah.
whatever. They really start looking at their coins, and every single coin they see that has some damage to it or looks a little bit odd, they think they're going to make $1 million off of.
The
So
thing
I
is,
have to
I mean,
continuously remind myself that they're
yeah,
brand new.
that's not a terrible thing, because a lot of people truly get interested afterwards.
Right. And that's
Uh,
what I want.
Yeah.
right.
I
Yeah.
don't want to
So,
push them out. So I'm
while
walking
you
with
tell them don't count on it,
them.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You kind of got to say, well, it is a possibility, because it is a possibility,
Yeah.
even though it's
I have to.
very uh, unlikely.
You have to walk a fine line.
You
Um,
know,
you'll find out real fast who the people are that just are in it just because they heard they can make a quick buck. You'll find you when you have done this long enough, you can pick those out really quick. But it's the ones that I can see that little spark of interest in that
Yep.
I want to grow that, and I
Yeah, they
have to
not
be
only want to
careful.
get rich, but they want to find
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
right. And I want to be careful that I cultivate that. And it's tricky sometimes. It's tricky sometimes because I am fighting 100 other people that are giving them really bad information.
Right.
Well, and that's the combating misinformation is the hardest task you have,
It is the hardest
because
task.
there's so
Absolutely.
much of it out there that you can find it, and you can find. We used to joke about the village idiot. Used to, the village idiot was the only person in the square who was the idiot. Um, they didn't conglomerate. They didn't find each other. Now with the advent of um, social media and stuff. Um, by the way, all the things going off, ding, 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 ding. Those are me gifting memberships to people. Um,
Nice.
but now all the video idiots can find each other in a chat room.
And Frostbite, I'll point out too that it's not just the like village idiots and stuff. When it comes to errors and varieties,
Yeah.
there are still a ton of seasoned collectors out there who give horrible information about errors and varieties. Either they think they're nothing, they think they're not worth collecting. They'll tell you can't find anything worthwhile in your pocket change, whatever. They don't have time to look for them, whatever. And I'm talking about mostly like big, coin shops and stuff like that. There are some that sell and that have coin shops that do understand that niche in the hobby.
Yeah.
However you say it. Niche.
A
But
good coin dealer understands because he wants to make money off you too.
right. But you understand what I'm saying. Like there are still a lot of like the coin snobs in the hobby and stuff that don't care themselves about errors and varieties, so they want to steer you away from them as well. And they don't understand it. So they'll just spew a bunch of garbage information and whatever. So we fight that all the time too. We really do. You'll start talking to them about an error or a variety or whatever, and they'll roll their eyes or they'll, yawn or,
a lot of dealers just say if it's in the cherry picker's guide, I'm interested. If it's not, I'm not interested.
Exactly. Or if I have to use stronger than a 5X loop, I'm not interested, whatever. So if you're interested in errors and varieties, I want you to be interested in all of them.
Yeah.
I want you, because the odds are the ones you're going to find more easily are going to be the ones that you have to use the stronger magnification.
And here's the thing.
They're minor. And
when you get good at identifying the fly poop and the pepper, you can identify anything, anywhere, anytime.
Exactly.
It helps with identifying fakes. It helps with identifying everything.
And the way to do that is to do it a lot.
Yeah. Repetition.
That's right.
The same thing with handling money yesterday when we talked about the currency piece. The more you handle it, the more you'll get to know the look and the feel of stuff. Yep. Tell everything I said howdy. Have a good one.
Frostbyte also, and Eric, we all want you guys, no matter what you choose to do in this hobby, what you choose to collect, even if you choose that you want to become a coin dealer, we want you to have the best foundation and be the best at it that you can be and have the most fun. And that, that's really what it boils down to. We're not trying to lean you in one direction or the other, whatever you choose to do in this hobby. But education is key no matter what you choose to do. Even silver stacking, there is a huge educational learning curve in that too. There's a lot of finance knowledge and stuff that you have to have, and whatever. You get it.
I'll tell you what, that can be. It's going to be an interesting year for that because opinions are all over the board right now. Some people say
they usually are.
Yeah, I know, but it seems like there's a lot more naysayers this year than there have been in the last couple of years.
I choose whether to buy or sell silver. Usually whether to buy, because I don't really sell. I choose whether to buy silver the same way I choose whether to wear shorts outside or sweatpants. I look at the price of silver today. So if I want to choose what to wear outside, I look out my window. I am not, half the time when I listen to people talk about what they think silver is going to do and what they think gold's going to do, 50% of the time they're wrong. And those aren't good odds for me.
Well, that's an obvious odd.
I want
more
better
time
odds
than that. They don't. So I talk a little bit about it, but I talk about it in terms of how they've done before. So, but again, I always tell people, it's like, look, this is speculative. I can't tell you what it's going to be. And
I set a price point, and if it goes in my price point, I'm going to be 100% right 100% of the time.
Yep.
Yep. So but again, uh, don't ever deal in absolutes either, right? Because there's too many variables when it comes to silver and gold or precious metals. Even in this market, there's too many variables out there that will alter and change. But again, just AZ, make sure a dark sky understands that it's the thought was greatly appreciated. Now you have a really good opportunity to learn. So
And if that
turn
coin
this
was
into a
real, what a
positive.
great coin that would have been.
Yeah, turn
That
this
would have
into a
been a great
positive.
coin.
And I want to dismiss one thing, or I don't want to dismiss one thing. It doesn't mean
Oh,
that you can't find amazing deals out there. It just means that you need to use a lot more caution. Really understand what you're buying. Me was in here and found a couple amazing coins for stupid cheap, that ended up being authentic key dates, multi-$100 coins, and you spent 30-40 bucks on one. You can find them, but again, you need to know what to look for. You need to have good resources. You need to understand what's going on, and yeah. So just
and
be
can
careful
I
with that.
say one more thing too?
Nope.
I know you got to get going, and I need to get ready for church.
Yep.
I just want to let everybody in chat know when I said that about us not accepting emails. I am still available for anybody that's listening within the sound of my voice right now. I am still available anytime you guys need help. I am not talking about you guys and the regular people that I see every day and that I know really care and want to learn. I absolutely will make myself available to help you guys anytime. So,
And she's always here, so
Don't-
I appreciate that
that's
as
right.
well. So
yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I got to get to church. I'm doing my interview with Jack at 2:00 Pacific. So keep an eye out. If you guys aren't subscribed to Live Coin Q&A, you might want to, and might want to click that bell, because that video, especially if you're interested in Morgan dollars, is
Always
really,
entertaining.
Yep.
He's very entertaining.
yeah. Jack Young is amazing, and I have a blast with him. So, and I appreciate you, Frostbyte and Eric. You guys have a great day. Love
Yep.
you guys.
yep,
Bye.
take care.
Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
All right, we'll see you later, Eric.
All right, bye.
All right, folks. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. I'm gonna go get up by Frost, grab some breakfast, hang out, and visit with her before she goes back and starts school again. I'm going to jump around. I'll probably see you guys in a stream here or there. Remember that Wednesday, I'm dropping the next video in the commemorative series, so be paying attention. Look out for that. I've had a couple people say, hey, you haven't been putting out dad jokes. I'll get on that. I'll make sure that I put some more of those out there. I've been busy. This is a tough time of the year to get stuff taken care of. So, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all that's done. Again, AZ Coins, please give Darkscoin my best. And again, you have a great opportunity to really pour into him some knowledge. And then again, have him share with other people, right? Not necessarily that he failed, but that he figured out how to never have that happen again. So again, just to have a great opportunity here as a father and as a friend to really change the way he sees this. So great opportunity. Again, there is positive in everything. It's just a matter of how you look at it. Like the bills yesterday, understand the feeling and then tip and look in the light, right? It's amazing what the light reveals. All right, folks, love you guys. Be well, be blessed. I will see you guys in the stream.